No matter which sports here, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone family. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Another Sunday in the house. Yes, my beautiful peeps. Thank you guys as you come in to another Sunday evening live show. Quite a few things to go through in this 60 minutes. Quite a few things to go through. So, as you come in, just check in and let me know that you are here so we can work our way through the topics that I am thinking that, well, not even there are a few things that I want to talk about, but, it's also open for you guys to share your topics or share your opinions. And we will definitely take a look at those, but hope you guys would have enjoyed your Sunday. Hope you would have already had your Sunday dinner and you are just settling in and getting ready to have a discussion or have a couple of discussions with the members of this platform here. So, couple of things on the agenda. West Indies, they are now in South Africa. I think it was yesterday I actually saw a video of an interview that Coach Andre Coley gave. And, it seems as if they were already there, getting used to the conditions, putting in some work in the nets. So we're going to talk about the team over there in South Africa. Alec Arthanes and Hakeem Jordan. As you guys know by now, they are in the squad. So we will talk about those also. Ravman Powell and Shea Hope getting ODI, T20 and ODI captaincy. So can take a look at that also. So quite a few things to talk about. Not even gonna spend much time and do too much talking from my end. I'm gonna start reading the comments so I can get in everything that you guys have to say. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Can West Indies women team go through the next stage? I mean, we lost 2 and we won 2. Not too sure what our run rate is like, but I would have to double check, but I hope so. Give the likes from early peeps. So Smith reminding you guys to like it up. Mr. Lover, blessings. I missed this one. Hold on, Manners, Sports to the Bone, and 17. All right. Douglas say, good evening, Sports to the Bone. See you rocking that Man U jersey proudly. Yeah, man, it was a good day. It was definitely a good day to be a Manchester United fan. Excuse me. I'm getting the better of Leicester City 3-0. Manchester City, they drew 1-1 yesterday. So, it was good. It was a good day. Rashford scoring 2 and Sancho scoring 1. All right. Yeah, man. Mr. Lover, blessings. All right. Dan Rick. All right. Mr. Lover say rough day at work. Just go and take it easy, Mr. Lover. Just go and take it easy. Don't make the work pressure you too much or stress you too much. All right. So, what are your thoughts on the squad, West Indies squad heading to South Africa? Well, they are currently in South Africa. It's basically the same squad that was in Bangladesh, except Nkrumah Bana is not there and Jamal Warrican is not there. So we have Alec Arthanes and Hakeem Jordan coming in. As we know, the pitches over there expected to be way more bouncy than what we got in Bangladesh, in Zimbabwe. So I can understand taking out one left arm spinner and putting in Hakeem Jordan. Also, Alec Arthanes, I am hoping that he will go straight into the playing 11. It's going to be rough still, It's definitely going to be rough because Devon Thomas is there and he would have done some work to get into the squad and he wants to play. So, the fact that they send for Alec, I'm not sure if they send for him to bolster the squad are really to step straight into the playing 11. You understand? Would be nice to see him going out there though. Probably by the end of the video into by the end of the live into tomorrow's video or so, we can probably come up with a plain 11, but it's going to be similar. You understand? Just that, you know, you're definitely going to need, I'm not too sure if you're going to need to play two spinners. So I don't know if you're going to play Rasta and Chase as a batsman, seeing that he's scoring runs. But I'm not too sure if you're going to need two spinners. You're going to need a couple of pacers in the team. So, you know, West Indies women can qualify. We out of the World Cup. All right. Shakir saying that we are out. So winning 2 and losing 2. Yes, so that means we're out. All right. Anthony, blessings, Anthony. Crick Lover, blessings. Jacob says my 2020 squad. Powell, Puran, King, Lewis, Brooks, Charles, Chase, Carty, Banner, Hope, Allen, Hussein, Smith, Shepherd, and Cottrell. I mean, a couple of those names I can understand, but not saying anything is wrong with your squad. You know, this is your squad. But just to for discussion purpose, in my squad, I'm not too sure. 2020, Banner definitely not in my 2020 squad. Chase not in my 2020 squad. I'm not too sure how if Shea Hope would make my 2020 squad at the moment. Carty cannot make a 2020 squad. Carty is batting. Carty cannot. I am a big fan of Casey Carty. Those who watch the program will know. So this is not me fighting him or anything, but he cannot make that T20 squad, none at all. But I hear you still, Jacobs. I hear you. Blessing Smith. Douglas say Carty can't make the T20 squad. I'm not too sure how he gets in. I am waiting, Jacobs, to hear how he gets into that squad and who he makes it over. But so far, most of them people can't make the squad still. My squad, for sure. I'm not too sure. Brooks, I could probably understand, but Chase not in the squad. Carty, Banner. Boy, rewind and come again. Rewind and come again. Big serve. Jimbo is T20 squad. Thomas in squad. Devon Thomas, you're talking. Banner going to bat 20 overs for 20 runs. I hear you, Jacobs. I hear you. Personally, I wouldn't go with that squad, but I hear you. All right, so West Indies now ready to take on South Africa. It's going to be a big test. You understand? But I think the guys should be confident. We would have showed good character against Australia in the first test match. I mean, we lost the second test match badly, but we showed good character in the first one. Then we went to Zimbabwe, and it wasn't clean or vintage, but we came away with a series victory. Batsmen, couple of the batsmen showed good potential out there. People like Shandopal and them guy. Shea Hope has a tough tenure ahead. 3 ODI against South Africa, and then most likely World Cup qualifiers, all within a few months. Powell not so tough this year. Some time to prepare for a World Cup next year. Yeah, man, it's definitely going to be a rough time for it's definitely going to be a rough time for Shea Hope. You know, the good thing is that he's experienced, not experienced as a captain, but he has played a lot of games. So I'm hoping that he will know how to monitor his troops and how to marshal them. You know, playing and captaining a team is totally different still, but you know, we will see. I would have gone for McAllister, who is more pacey and lively than Jordan. I think Jordan has been doing it for a little longer than him at that level. So I guess, but I hear you, though, Anthony. I hear you. Man, have 2020 squad without. I didn't even realize that Alzar Joseph wasn't in the squad. Probably was a mistake, man. I did not realize that even Alzari not in the squad. Maybe it was a mistake. He overlooked it. You know, maybe he overlooked it. Yeah, but so heading to going up against South Africa, it's going to be a good test. It's going to definitely be a good test coming out of Zimbabwe. A couple of the batsmen were not able to really do much. So we want to see them go up against South Africa, but with pride. Hopefully we have, in the 2 test matches, we have 10 solid days of cricket. You understand? We want to win, but I am hoping that, the games will go down to, we will get 5 days in each game. If it should go otherwise, I am hoping that West Indies will end up on the winning side. But I want to see some competitive cricket. Finally catching the live in a while, only 11 minutes late. All right, Casanova, blessings. Yeah, man, Alzari and Akil, vice captain respectively. All right, Mr. Lover, I hear you. ODI T20. All right. Where's Hetmeyer? Is he in the T20 squad? So Charles Taylor, West Indies, they are yet to announce a squad that will go to South Africa. So I'm not too sure. I'm not sure, but I am thinking that behind the public's view, they are ironing out things and they are talking about things. They want the best players according to them to play. And I'm thinking Hetmeyer would fall in that group. But you don't want it to be a case where you have a man grooming and working that you cannot depend upon in the future. You understand? So I don't know. We are waiting on the squad. Jacob says my ODI squad: Powell, Hope, Allen, Joseph, Chase, Blackwood, Meyers, Lewis, Brooks, Moti, Shepherd, Cottrell, Casey, Carty, Thomas, Joseph, and Smith. I hear you, but you cannot pick a West Indies ODI squad without Akil Hussein in there. I can understand you wanting to give Moti an opportunity because of what we saw in the test just the other day, but you cannot pick a West Indies ODI squad and Akil Hussein is not in that squad. Same thing with the T20. You cannot pick a squad and he's not there. But I hear you though. I see you have a couple of spinners, Allen and Moti in there. That I'm not too sure how you pick a squad without Akil Hussein. One set of debate in West Indies current test team, like Reefer, Chase, Warwick, and Brooks. Hold on. Oh, deadbeat. Reefer, Chase, Warwick, and Brooks, Banner, Haynes is too biased, only picking Bajans. He needs to pick Carnival and Bravo. Haynes must go. All right, and I am not going to knock you for your opinion, but what I always say is let the guys that we want to see in the squad, they need to outperform the ones that are there. That are there. I can understand Chase. I'm not too sure what Chase did to get into the squad, so I can understand that. Not too sure why you're mentioning Brooks. Brooks is not in the squad. Banner not in the squad. Banner is Jamaican also. And but a couple of the guys that we want in the squad. I see you don't want Raymond Reefer in the squad. I can understand that he's not the prettiest and he's probably not a quote-unquote traditional number 3, but he's outscoring the so-called geniuses that we have playing in the regional cricket. Where is Allen? I don't know. All these news West Indies dropping. The main thing everyone wants to see is the white ball squad. This is the first white ball series since the T20 World Cup, and we want to see who is in and who out. I agree, Cricklover. Definitely agree. We want to see that. But knowing West Indies, they are always going to say, for example, the test match is going to play first. They are going to drop. They are going to probably give you the squad right after the are close to the end of the test series. Even though the players probably know already, that they are going to be selected, they're probably trying to keep all of the attention towards the test series. I hope CWI does not prepare for ODI World Cup the same way they did for the last T20 World Cup. I don't know whether Danrick, remember they were saying that they were selecting a group of guys that they were working with to take to the World Cup, and when the World Cup came around, only a few of those same guys that they have been working with for a couple of months actually made the team. Fabian Allen would have to be batting and bowling well to get back in, since Moti and Akil now around and is now around. Yeah, and you're 100% correct. Even if Arthanes doesn't get a chance to play in the Test series, I think he will definitely be in the ODI squad. Also, he should get a chance to play in the ODI though. Yeah, man. He did well in the Super 50. He did well in the Super 50, as you know, and he started off the 4-day championship well. So, you know, probably will get an opportunity, as I said. I think Moti is better than Akil, says Mr. Casanova. I hear you, boss. Charles Taylor, I will not allow Hetmeyer in the team until he makes a public statement about why he missed his place, so that West Indies cricket can go forward from there. All right, Jacobs, I hear you. Sports to the bone. So this is a big test series for South Africa too. They had a change in captain to Temba Bavuma, now test captain. Yeah, man. I did a video recently talking about it. I am not too sure how they came up on this. I mean, you want your test captain to be leading from the front. Dean Elgar, I think the last couple of test games, probably not doing that, but I'm not too sure if Temba Bavuma is in. I don't know at all, but I'm hoping it's not too much pressure for him. I really would love to see Brandon King in the middle for the test squad. I think he is better than ODI. He's better than ODI and better than in ODI and T20. He's a genuine batsman. Yeah, he's one of them that I would like to see play test cricket also. How is Hope's captaincy skills? I haven't seen him captain as much as I've seen Powell. And that is the thing, AS. So, you know, not a lot of people would have seen him captaining because he wasn't even captain in Barbados. I think this season or last season was the first time he got an opportunity to really captain like that. So where tactics is concerned, I'm not too sure what we're going to get. What we know is that it's a safe pick in the sense that he's a senior player in the ODI team, and his name is always the first name on the ODI and the team sheet. You understand? He served as vice captain for a while, so I guess they are testing him in the role. Not too sure how tactical, how good he is tactically. Bavuma wasn't the captain already. Temba Bavuma captain the white ball team, so you know. Sports to the bone, I see in the destroy the once mighty Australia team. Yes, correct. They got the better of them inside 3 days. Inside 3 days, you understand? Jadeja and a couple of the other bowlers, they were really up for it. Jacob says my 11 for the test. Brathwaite, Shandapal, Arthanes, Blackwood, Kyle Mayers, Reefa, Da Silva, Roach, Joseph, Gabriel, and Moti. All right, I hear you. I'm not too sure how you go to South Africa though and not play Jason Hola. I can't really knock you still, because quite a few people saying that he's not the same Jason Hola of years gone, but Jason Hola is definitely going to be in my team still. But I hear you. I hear you. Markram should be captain of South Africa in all formats, says Douglas. He's usually performing. You understand? Not too sure what his leadership skills are like though. Alex Brown says, what do you think of Da Silva batting above Holder in tests? I mean, depending on the game situation, but Da Silva bats a little slower. He tends to hold things together, so I can understand him batting in front of Holder, but we have to remember that Jason Holder has the ability to bat. He's not doing much these days, but he has the ability to bat. Remember, this man has a double century now. Not saying that he's performing on that same level now, but I can understand it if it goes both way because I can understand if it goes both ways. The selectors have no vision. I can't believe that a young player wasn't given an opportunity. Plus, the recommendations were not followed. None of the players were selected that the team recommended. Remind me some of the players that the team recommended that were not selected. Let me see if we can talk about it a little bit. Curious to see how Hope handles the captaincy. Captaincy either brings out your best, like in the case of Craig, or pressure gets you and your game falls like poor and hoping it's not the latter. You're correct, Crick Lover. You're definitely correct. Something going to happen to Powell and Hope. Mark my words. Greatest captain for West Indies is Darren Sammy. What do you mean by something is going to happen? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what you are saying. Like what? What is going to happen? They're going to do well. They're going to do bad. What's going to happen? Powell is not the captain of the ODI team because he's yet to secure his place in the playing 11. His ODI record is poor. I can understand that. Da Silva should be ahead of Ola, who can't even score 10 runs for the past 1 to 2 years. Sports to the Bone, do you think Shepard, Odin, Charles Cornwall will be in the ODI team or T20 squad? I mean, Johnson Charles is still making a lot of noise in T20 leagues around the world, so I can understand him getting in. Rakim Cornwall, if they're not picking him in tests, I don't see how he gets into that. Shepard and Odin Smith, probably they will get in, yes, probably. Question, Sports to the Bone, like how we have 3 captain, can we get 2 different coach, yes or no? I'm not too sure if they want to split the roles. I think they want to keep. I think they want to keep it so the same coach can keep an eye on all the players to see if they can move a man from test to put him to ODI or whatever. But I'm not too sure if they're going to split the roles. I'm not too sure. I think they're going to just get one coach. Any updates on Shea Hope and the test team? Saw him playing in PSL. So Shea Hope, as you said, I think he's playing in the PSL. What do you mean by update where the test team is concerned? He's nowhere close to the test team. I think he has probably given up on playing test cricket right now because he would be playing in the 4-day regional championship. So he's not going to get in the test team anytime soon. I heard this man say he's eyeing Brandon King for a test. All right. Red ball and white ball give Shea Hope a chance. Yeah, Shea Hope is definitely. All right, I hear you. What is going on with Lewis? Not even seeing him in any leagues around the world. So the last interview I heard is that Lewis was saying that he, along with the other guys, will have to look to carry West Indies cricket into the future. Not too sure what he means by that. He's not always available. You understand? But I mean, he was selected the other day to go to the World Cup, even though he was nowhere near to the squad. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to South Africa. Having said that, he's one of the better openers we have in the region. So I want him and CWI to work out whatever issue they have going on, and he can play cricket regular. West Indies can't afford 2 coaches. Sports to the Bone, what happened to young Drakes? He is injured or not? I am almost certain I saw Drakes the other day playing franchise cricket. I doubt if he's injured. Players, the team recommended Hope, Poor and Powell Hetty, Hussein King, and remember these players except Hetty are contracted. But all of these guys are playing. Shea Hope is playing, Poor and playing, Powell. All of these guys playing ODI cricket. These guys don't want to play test cricket. Hussein, all of them guys that you call playing test and playing T20 and ODI cricket for West Indies regular. If you're talking about test cricket now, then they would have to show that they really want to play test cricket. Is Yannick Correa getting called up? Yannick Correa is not in the test squad. Don't know if you're going to call him up for the ODI squad. Javed, blessings, Javed, big up yourself. Sports to the Bone, why I don't pick Hola? He have to play to the fullest. He have not played to the fullest since 3 years. That's why I will not play him. I want to see back. I want to see back the passion what he get for West Indies is in 2017. All right, I hear you. I hear you, my boss. Evan Lewis has a very bad attitude. Feels he is bigger than the game. You don't go far in cricket with attitude. With attitude bad. I mean, most of the cricketers, quite a few of our cricketers have that attitude. You understand? It's just, but I'm not saying it is right. You know, I'm not saying it is right. The players need to behave and not pretend as if they are bigger than the cricket. You understand? But I'm hoping that things will work out. The selectors side, the selectors said that King and others have to play 8-team cricket before tests. Exactly. And if you're not playing 4-day regional cricket or West Indies A, I don't know, you just take up people and throw them in the test team. And some of these guys, when they play in ODI cricket, they can't even bat 4 overs. If Desmond Haynes was eyeing Brandon King, he would have selected him to be in Zimbabwe. His selection lacked imagination. I was looking for King, Arthanes, and probably Casey Carty to get an opportunity to go to Zimbabwe. You know. But I can understand why they didn't select some of them. As I said, they want to see them playing some red ball cricket. But these players not going to necessarily give up all of them white ball money to go and that they can make in franchise cricket to go and play test cricket. These guys are probably not as passionate as we want them to be. Drake's got injured while taking a catch in the ITL T20 League and was taken to the hospital. Well, that's sad. Rumors are that changes are coming when we play India at home. All right, I hear you. So that is what is going on, my viewers and subscribers, with this test squad. Quite a few players. We want players to get into the squad. You know, that is the thing. We want people to get into the. We want people to get in the squad. We want people to get into the squad, but the problem with all of that is they have to show that they want to get in. I see people talking about Shea Hope should be in the squad. The easiest way to get into the squad is to play the 4-day cricket, seeing that he is better than most of the guys in the region, according to his fans, and dominate, score 100 or 2 and get a look back in. You understand? People like Blackwood and people like Banner and these guys, they were out of the squad for a while. You understand? And they went back and did some work with red ball cricket and they got invited back in the squad. So why we can't do the same thing with Shea Hope? One all-rounder will sit out for South Africa. Hola or Kyle Mayers will sit. All right. Hoping some of these players are in the white ball squad. Lewis, King, Kyle Mayers, Hetty, Puran, Ravman, Brooks, Hola, Hussein, Joseph, Moti, Carrier, Shepherd, Odin. As a matter of fact, Crick Lover, I wouldn't have a problem if all of these players are actually in the squad. Let me see. Probably not all in the. I don't know who would be in the playing 11, but I wouldn't necessarily have a problem if all of them people are in the squad still. Or you say Moti and Kaya or Carrier. I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with all of them guys in our squad. Yeah. And Shea Hope. Yeah. It makes more sense to have Hope and others play white ball cricket with the World Cup coming up. Yeah, but the thing is, Sheldon, people advocating for these guys to play test cricket, and they don't understand that it is their choice and their decision not to do what needs to be done to get back into the team. You understand? You need a Barbados 11, not a West Indies 11. You need okay, Black Boss, I hear you. The last ODI squad had Carrier and he never played badly, and he was also effective in the Super 50. So I don't think they will drop him. Plus, we need a leg spinner. I don't have a problem with Yannick Carrier. As you said, he's a level-headed player in terms of batting, and he will probably give you 10 good overs where spin is concerned. I don't have a problem with him. Sports to the bone, I'm disappointed that they dropped Banner. Boy, Salman, in all honesty, I don't want to say I saw it coming, but quite a few of us on the platform here were talking about it and we're saying, we're not too sure if he would have been very effective against Pacers in South Africa. Hope and Thomas will play white ball. All right. Nobody saying Allen. It's tough for Fabian Allen to get back in the team now, Mr. Lover. I mean, we love him as a batsman hitting down the order, but the problem what we have to understand, Mr. Lover, is not only a case of him being out of sight, out of mind. What we have to understand is that if Fabian Allen is there, he's not going to make the team he's not going to play as a specialist batsman. You understand? He's going to play as a man that going give you some overs and bat. And with Akil Hussein and in the white ball format, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And it seems to me as if the West Indies team, the West Indies selectors, they prefer to play more medium pace bowlers who are all-rounders than spin bowlers who are all-rounders. You know, probably if they go into somewhere like India or Sri Lanka, they might do play the spinners who are all-rounders. But you're more likely to see medium pace bowlers come around and think. Which ground is South Africa? In South Africa, will the first test play? Probably Centurion, I guess. See Mr. Lover saying Centurion, probably. Sports to the bone. Speaking of Banner, I hope they will bring him back for India tour. I mean, that is what the lead selector said, Desmond Haynes. That is what he said, that Nkrumah Banner is coming back he's going back in the region to work on certain things and to get ready for India. So I am assuming that they are going to have him there to in the squad back for when India comes around. But then again, if you give Artan an opportunity and he grabs it with both hands, it's going to be hard to drop him, eh? Banner lacking skills at the wicket. He should have been dropped a long time with Hola and Roach and Blackwood. All right, Rose, I hear you. Somebody, I think probably, I don't remember if it's mid-June. I think it's sometime in June. Rumors have it that Banner and Bravo will be in the test team for India in spin-friendly conditions. And I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem if they do some work in the 4-day regional championship and get their act back together. We see Bravo scoring a couple of centuries and thing, so let us see. All right. Shellan says they made the right decision. Let Banner come home and bat 6 innings. He needs to score at least 100 and 250s to get back in the side against India, or else Bravo will play. I can't knock you for that comment at all, Sheldon. Can't knock you for that comment at all. Bravo, he has put up a couple of centuries, and we hear the selector saying that in the region we don't have enough cricketers, or we don't have the luxury to talk about age. Once someone is performing, you have to put him in, and I always say that. You understand? So I can't knock you. Carlos Brathwaite have a better chance of making the T20 team over Allen based on performance, says Douglas. Yeah, Brathwaite put in some performances together in the little T20 leagues that he's playing in, man. I don't see the justification for dropping Banner as making sense. His pace and bouncy tracks and coming back to play the regional 4-day doesn't fix that flaw. Same slow bowling and slow tracks. I mean, he's also gonna have the opportunity to play under the bowling machine, I guess. You understand? It's not like he can practice in the series against South Africa. You understand? So he's gonna play against a couple of guys bowling 130s, yes. But at the same time, bowling machines are there where they can set it at 145, 150, and he get a coach and work on certain things. So I can understand that. And I mean, the bowling machine is different from a bowler bowling the ball and swinging the ball at pace and thing. But at least he will be able to face some pace. Sports of the one. Why do you think Carlos Brathwaite can't make the whole the white ball squad? He's doing really, really well. I mean, I am not saying that he cannot make it, but I'm not too sure who is going to make it over right now. If you are looking at the T20 squad, I'm not too sure how he's going to get in. Making the squad is one thing, but you have to look at the other players that are there. Sports Bone, when in that tour will start, July or August. I think he's in June, man. I think it's June. What's going on with O'Shane Thomas? What is the update? I have no idea. I was hoping that he was gonna play some red ball cricket, but I'm not too sure if he was even in the condition to make the Jamaica Scorpion team. You understand? So I don't know. India is so hard to beat in India. As Australia say winning in India would mean more than winning the Ashes. Sports to the Bone, you follow NBA, right? I mean, I don't watch it religiously, but I look at certain things. I don't watch it religiously though. Like the main topics and the main updates, I know what is going on, but I don't watch it religiously. You know? All right. Does some of the West Indies cricketers know the meaning of West Indies team song? I think they don't know. I believe back in the 1990, those players were passionate about the team. Yeah, I hear you. Back in the days, they played for a whole. They played out of passion. They were getting paid, yes, and they had to play because of the color of their skin that they went up against different things. But some of those same guys, they went to England to play county cricket to develop their skills and to get money also. So the landscape is just changing. Carlos Brathwaite can replace Holder easily. All right, Casanova, I hear you. So that is the call. Carlos Brathwaite would replace Jason Holder right now in the T20 cricket. Sports and Bone, if West Indies perform well in South Africa, do you think they will make Kohli permanent coach? I doubt it. I don't think so. I think they already have excuse me, I think they already have who they want to be the captain. To be the coach. I think they already have who they want to be the coach. I think they just wanted him to do this little tour here. I don't think they're going to give him the job. I think whoever is going to get the job is they're already working on that. Sports at the Bone, why isn't West Indies involved in cricket with the French Antilles? We have good youngsters. The French Antilles, what tournaments are they playing in? I wouldn't say they are not involved in about what competitions, what level those good players are playing at. PSG win today, Messi magic. Yeah, I think the game was 3-3 and Messi scored a free kick. I didn't actually see that game, I watched the Manchester United game, then I went to church. I didn't see that game. I think that game. I think that game wasn't that yesterday? Yeah, I didn't see the PSG game though. I just saw the highlights just now. I believe that West Indies test team can beat South Africa once they play good. I mean, South Africa's batting is not the best in the world. Once you get a couple of them, you're probably in with a chance. I am just hoping that our batsmen will hold up. Sports to the Bone, here's my opinion. I think they'll use Seals over both Gabriel and Roach for the India series. I'm not too sure if Seals is going to be up and running by the time India comes around. When are we in now? February, March. Oh. And I think they say it's going to be out till April, probably rehab, May, June. Yeah, maybe it's going to be back by then. Maybe it's going to be around by then. Carlos Brathwaite performing better with both bat and ball over Holder, and everyone agrees. I mean, in the leagues that he's playing, I saw him in the UAE, in the UAE. Was he in the UAE league? I think I think so. Yeah, man. He's doing his thing. He's definitely doing his thing. Casanova. I can't knock your argument. I can't knock your argument at all. He's putting out some good performance. My 11 for the warm-up match tomorrow. Wait, is tomorrow's the warm-up match? I didn't even realize. Man, I am so busy I can't even keep track of all of these things. For the warm-up match tomorrow, Brathwaite, Shandopar, Reefa, Arthanis, Chase, Blackwood, Thomas, Joseph, Moti, Jordan, and Gabriel. All right. All right. So you're going to take a look at Arthanis and Jordan straight away. All right. I hear you. I can't knock you. I hear you. Sports to the bone. You see the young Hetmeyer coming up. Hopefully he eventually makes it into Guyana set up and then West Indies under 19. Yeah, man. I think I did a video on it. He has so far played 7 games at the under 15 level and he has 5 centuries and I think a double century. So, you know, young Hetmeyer, that is Shemran Hetmeyer's nephew. So hopefully he continues to develop. Never understand why Carlos was made captain, but he is good enough to be in the T20 team. Yeah, it was probably a rush decision to give Carlos Brathwaite captaincy back then. Resting Hola, Mayers, Da Silva, and Roach. All right. Sports to the bone. What happened to Fabian Allen? I haven't seen him play any cricket since CPL. Well, I have no idea now. I have no idea what's going on with Fabian Allen. Hopefully, don't follow him, uncle. Pollard is looking better than most of our T20 batsmen. So if you bring back Carlos, then what we doing? I don't know what we're doing. I just want to know. I just don't want. I don't want to see back any of those. Well, I don't want to say that, you know, because if they're playing good T20 cricket at a high level, not just that UAE T20 league where I saw West Indies players playing on most of the teams. I started turn that page and I started turn that chapter, you know. I'm not looking back that side at all. I turned that chapter. Yes, Carlos was in Hetty's team that won the UAE. By the way, I see the UAE team giving Afghanistan a fight. A fight. Good to see some development from the tournament. Talking about Carlos Brathwaite, I think he was actually the man of the match in the final. Now I think he took 3 or 4 wickets, if I'm not mistaken. We are so fickle. 2 little good performance, and we want to get rid of Hola for Carlos. Sports to the bone. I think Moti will be the key factor for the South Africa series. Wasn't South Africa series if wasn't for I'm not sure what you're saying, but yeah, hopefully Moti will get some work in. When is CPL auction? It's a good question, you know. I'm not too sure. Probably it's the latter part of June, July, maybe. Joseph will top wicket and get Pfeiffer. All right. Sports to the bone. Which player currently can do what Shiv Chandapal get his hand injured and come out back to bat? I mean, it is all about one's choice. You understand? There's nobody currently playing for West Indies that is in the caliber that Shiv was in. You understand? But in terms of getting injured and come up to bat, it is nothing. It just takes a lot of dedication and willingness to sacrifice for the team. But it is nothing that nobody else, that other players cannot do. You understand? We have seen people come out with broken hand and bat and things like that and fractured wrist and all that, fractured forearm and things like that and bat. You know, but there's nobody to compare to Shiv. All right. Shandapal and Brathwaite will top score against South Africa. All right, I hear you. Yeah, but that is basically how it is looking going into South Africa. So we'll probably see something like Brathwaite, Shandopal, probably we're going to put at 3. Reefa still at 3. Maybe 4 we see, I don't know, Blackwood. 5 we probably see Arthanis. 6 we probably see Joshua Da Silva, Jason Hola. Well, I don't know still. I don't know because that would mean Chase out of the team. That is the thing. When you go to South Africa now, you cannot pick 2 man and talk and say because it is spin friendly and you know that this man can bat. So it's either you're going to pick Rastan Chase or you're going to pick Goodikish Motis who is in form with the ball. You can't go to South Africa and do that same madness. You need to pick people that can bat, and then you pick the spinners. You understand? And then you pick the bowlers. I don't know how they're going to do it still. Speaking of CPL, this is the only one before the next T20 World Cup. The T20 World Cup is in June. And I'm curious to see how Windies... Oh, okay. Bridges that window between this year's CPL and the World Cup. Maybe a minor tournament. I don't know, because even in the report that Brian Lara did, the report that Brian Lara and his team did, they spoke about the CPL not being enough preparation for the players going into the World Cup. And, the conditions were totally different. So, as you're saying, probably they can find a little tournament or something, Sports in the Bone, I agree that both openers, Brathwaite and Shandopal, will score big runs or so. All right. Okay, but remember, those players who playing now does not have the passion for the team, even they don't want to follow. I mean, but you have to play who is there. You can't go back for Desmond Haynes and all of these guys. The cricket change, the thing change. You understand? Thing change. The thing change, man. Sports in the Bone, what do you think of England's performance of late? They score over 700 runs in 130 overs in the match against New Zealand. Do you think it's the way Test cricket will be played going forward? I mean, this is the way that most teams are trying to play. That is pretty impressive. Most teams want to score at 3 or more runs per over in Test cricket. And the thing is, it will look especially impressive to us as West Indians, because when we play against quality teams, our batsmen tend to look to survive more than scoring. If you watch these guys, they are looking to score because the technique is good enough to come up against the pace and the spin to look to score and not only look to survive, if you understand what I'm saying. Mears Arhola will sit. All right. Excuse me. Chase gonna make some runs, but I have Craig to give us the at least a century. So Mario, Chase in the playing 11. You're going to play the two spinners, Mario. You're going to play the two spinners. So that means if you're playing the two spinners, that means Arthur is not going to play now because they're not going to drop Reefer. So you say we'll just bring in Arthur and keep him in the squad and not in the playing 11. Because if you play Chase, that simply means one of the other batsmen not going to play because Moti has to play. You understand? Goodikish Moti has to play. A lot of cricket was played in South Africa. Under 19 World Cup, Women T20 World Cup, South Africa, T20. Those pitches may be slow. Well, they had good amount of time to do some work on the pitch them still, man. But I hear you. England can play that way because they have the bowlers to defend their batsmen. And they have batsmen that can bat also, Sheldon. They have batsmen that can bat. That is the thing. They have batsmen that can bat. If you look at how these guys playing, I remember telling you guys about Harry Brook, even before he really came and started scoring some runs like that. Harry Brook is always looking to score. When Pope is playing, he's looking to score. We know in the middle order, we know Ben Stokes looking to score. Root. All of these guys can bat, you understand? So, and they're trying to build that sort of thing. Mario says they're gonna play here. Okay, so they're gonna probably play Chase as a batsman. All right, I hear you. So if so be the case, then you may be looking at something like, I am assuming this is how you would pick your team, Mario. You can correct me. If Chase is going to play as a batsman, I am assuming the two openers go Brathwaite and Shandopal. Probably Reefer, they're going to keep at 3. Blackwood at 4. Then probably you're going to have you're going to have Chase at 5 then, and probably Holder are the keeper 6. If you're going to play Chase as a batsman. Question to Sports in the Bone. If Jason Holder doesn't step up his game, so West Indies drop him or leave him for this short format. Answer and why. I mean, even before the beginning of the Zimbabwe series, I was saying that I was saying that Jason Holler and Black would definitely need to give us some runs and some wickets where Jason Holler is concerned in the Zimbabwe and the South Africa series. So I can see him coming under pressure a little bit, but we still have to remember that Jason Holler is an all-rounder. Not saying that he should be selected if he continues to perform like this. But we have to remember that he's an all-rounder. He bowls a lot of overs, probably not taking as many wickets as we would want, not scoring as many runs, but he's an all-rounder. But I'm just saying you have to remember that. But I can understand people calling for putting pressure on him though. England is just playing at an ODI batting pace, Sheldon. All right, Murray, I hear you. Which will have them ready for the World Cup. Okay. Oh. So you're saying they're playing at that, and that will have them ready for the World Cup, and probably also for the T20 probably also for the Ashes, because in the Ashes they can't play at snail pace. All right, I'm gonna try and read these 3 comments, and then I'll open up the line for the next 10 minutes. So you guys can come on and voice your concerns. We can talk about the squad. We can talk about Sarwan. This is also a topic that I didn't get a chance to touch. We can talk about Sarwan getting back into the seat over there in Guyana as chairman of selectors. Why can't we send more of our batsmen to play English county cricket? Because I will give you one straightforward answer. They are not wanted over there. They are not good enough to play over there. Simple. You notice they send for bowlers like Roach, Joseph, Seals, probably Gabriel if he's fit. These guys compete at the international level, at the test cricket level, and compete very well. So they will use them. If they are sending for batsmen, it's going to be batsmen like probably Brathwaite. If Shandopal turn out to start performing well, people like Shandopal, they're not going to send for our little petty test cricketers. Looking. You see people like Steve Smith go over there the other day. Pujara, other guys from India. They have batsmen in England that they think that not playing test cricket that in their mind can make West Indies test team. So they're not going to send for our batsmen. But they respect a few of our bowlers, so they will send for them. All right, let me just do this. I hope West Indies learning from this. All right. Remember, all players have to play their part, not get and pass. Not in my book. Is he an all-rounder? All right. Sports Bone, I think South Africa team is weak. All right. The thing with England is a change of mindset. Hence, the pick players to fit their new style. Exactly. You have to pick. You have to pick your team to play based on the cricket that you're going to play. All right. That is enough talking from me. Woo! Look at that. Worst figures yet. 173. Make it 178 people watching and only 27 likes. And we have only 7 minutes remaining in the show. Come on, people, like up the thing, man. Sheldon and Jaden on. Yes, Sheldon, what say you?
Yeah, good night.
Blessings.
Right. I think no, with regards to Sarwan getting back into that job, I think now is the time for Guyana to press the claim for spaces on the West Indies side. Now, I know my Guyanese friends always believe that I is a Guyana hater and thing, but far from the truth, right? The thing is, they have a core players right now that could work for them. They have Tage, they have Mute, they have Imlak, they have
a little left arm spinner that didn't get in the squad. I think he's Anthony Adams or something like that. I heard he's pretty good.
No, the thing is that when you have a group of high-performing players, you always have a better chance of selection to the West Indies team, more or less as a group. We saw it with Richards and Ambrose and the Benjamins and these guys, right? We saw it with Trinidad with the T20 squad, and we're seeing it now with Barbados with the test squad. Now, Guyana have a unique set of circumstances right now. They have they recently came into money so that they, of course, their minister of sport and thing will want to show that they're doing a number of things. So I think that the cricketers should jump on the bandwagon. Hetty should come back home. If even he don't want to play for the West Indies, he should come back home to assist the other players on getting on to get on to the West Indies side. Something like how Narayan and them just come back to play for Trinidad and Tobago, not necessarily because they want to play for the West Indies side, but to support the other players who want to play for the West Indies side. All right. Well, I know it's limited time, so let me get somebody else a chance.
All right, Sheldon. Yes, Jaden. Oh, yes, Jaden. Jaden.
Good night, Sports to the Bone.
Yeah, blessings.
We need to get up. We need to find a way to put in Athanes in the side and Chase in the side. But we having a problem right now with we middle order. Blackwood just there as a specialties batsman doing nothing. The 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s isn't cutting it anymore. The 100s, you have to step up badly. India coming to the Caribbean in just the next few months. If we're worrying about any specialties batsman in the side right now, is probably Blackwood. I'm worrying about Chase. If Chase score runs against South Africa and he get him back from, he have probably right now one of the best records against India for the West Indies. But in the current side right now. If Chase gets back his form, West Indies you want him to.
We're not hearing you, Jaden. All right, I'm not sure what's happening with Jaden, but we're not hearing him. Can you hear me, Mr. Lover?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
All right, we're not, Jaden, if you're hearing me, we're not sure what's happening with your thing. Yeah, Mr. Lover, what say you?
I just want to see our guys go out in the playing South Africa and score at least 3.5, maybe 4.5 points for over. And that's
We're not hearing you too well, Mr. Lover. Seems as if you're a million miles away from the phone.
I was saying, I would love to see our boys go out and score at 4.5 points for over in South Africa.
That is gonna be tough though.
Well, I think we can do it, but we have to make some decisions in the 11. That's going to be tough decisions. Anyhow, I'll message you later.
All right, Mr. Lover. Blessings. Jaden, are you hearing me? Yeah, we're not hearing it, Jaden. Not sure what's going on with your thing. All right, Sheldon, the floor is yours again. You can probably go on for the next 2 minutes. What say you where this test squad is concerned? Shea Hope, Powell, getting captain for the regional tournament. All of them good things that we haven't gotten a chance to touch. What say you?
Well, I mean, they were the obvious choices.
Yeah.
I mean, the armchair selectors have said that Hope deserved to be captain after being vice captain for so long. Why they bypassing the man without giving him a chance? So they have given him a chance. If he fails, then they pick our next captain and we move on. Because now, Haynes.
Who's the next captain that we're going to pick? Yeah, that sounds easy when you say we pick our next captain and we move on. Who's going to be the next captain?
Well, Powell is right there. No? So we just make Powell the white ball captain as we have done in the past. Right? Now remember, he have super 50 runs under his belt as captain.
Yeah. True.
So that we can't claim that he didn't make any runs and he made all those runs as captain.
I think he was probably the second or the highest run scorer, probably.
He was the highest run scorer. Puran was about 4 runs behind him.
Yeah, he scored a lot of runs.
Yeah, Puran was just about 4 runs behind him. So But of course, he won and Puran lost in the final. So
Yeah.
that we have that. So I have no problem with the teams. No, I have also no problem with how Haynes operating. We looking at players long term. If you're not working out within the side, we're not keeping you in the side to fail constantly.
Yeah.
We're sending you back to 4-day cricket to rectify your deficiencies and come back.
And
No,
I agree.
that is how we used to do it in the past.
Yeah.
Right? And remember, Adams was saying that when he wasn't doing well, he know that he would have had to go, and he wasn't sure how he'd have come back, so he retired. So that's how they used to do it long time. So he ain't just bringing back the old thing.
I remember him saying that in the interview, right?
Right. And remember, as saying as they say, we now have a man called Brian Lara who assessing people and sending them with a plan back to whoever they're going back to. So when we send you back to your board, we sending you back with a plan that says, hey, here's what. Sports to the bone have a weakness outside the off stump. Work with them to correct that. Right?
And this is what you need to do to correct it. Because we see people have an issue. They say they go back to work and they come back and it's the same thing. So hopefully Laura and all of these people that are advising will give them exactly what they need to do. Well,
that's what I'm saying. They have a program. They're sending them with a program. And hopefully at the board level. Because remember, I was always saying that is your board responsible for working with you and not the West Indies coach. You're supposed to come to the West Indies coach ready in terms of skills and so on. And the West Indies coach will then give you the tactics. You can't in preparing for a test teach a man out of bat if he can't bat.
I don't have an issue with what you are saying. It's just that the reality is that at this level, that is what is happening now. You understand? I think even Benjamin, that is currently working with Andre Cole, he said the same thing in his interview. That at this level, it's really about fine tuning and helping players to improve things and working on the tactical side. But it so happens that they have to be teaching people the basics of the game, and that is just where our cricket is at,
No, if I had my way also in West Indies cricket, I would have hired Dwayne Bravo as our white bowling coach. I no problem with Benjamin and them being the bowling coach for the test team and that kind of thing. They see the white ball team, I would have hired Dwayne Bravo to be the white ball bowling coach.
They can pay based on Bravo's based on not only popularity, based on what, based on how and his demand. I don't they can pay Bravo. Right now they cannot pay Bravo. The West Indies cannot pay Bravo right now.
They can pay because here what happened.
Probably further down in the future, but right now, coming out of his career and being sought after by different franchise teams, West Indies cannot pay Bravo.
No, well, here's what. Here was the thing. If he making all this money in the white, all around the world in white ball, right? We pulling you in when you're not actively engaged in a series. So we don't really have to pay much, right? We asking you to come to help the team.
Plus
as your contribution. And so what I'm saying, if we pay you like 100,000 US a year, right? Because he's not getting much more than that as the bowling coach in the IPL.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of it's not too long. Based on the time, how long does the IPL run for? Plus not even that. To coach at the international level or West Indies, you need a level 3 badge. And I am not too sure if Bravo has done anything like that. I can understand the thinking because most teams are thinking like that. People trying to get in young people, people like the Brendan McCullum, as you would have seen, other people that just finished dominating white ball cricket and they're trying to adapt that style of play. But I'm not too sure if Bravo is ready for that as yet. Don't know if
you sure that Brendan McCullum have a level 3 badge?
more than likely.
When and where he get it?
Remember Brendan McCullum finished playing cricket a while back, man. More than likely Brendan McCullum has it.
Brendan McCullum retired from playing for New Zealand. He was still playing IPL and CPL.
Yeah, but
as soon as he retired from the CPL and the IPL, he went and coached. And he went from coaching IPL franchises to coaching England. McCullum is barely 14. If so old.
I know he's not old enough. I'm just saying more than likely he has it. Well, I'm not saying it's impossible that he's coaching without it, because it's not a thing where you can't coach without it. But I am just thinking that is something that they would want under their belt. But I hear you though.
You see, because here why I'm making this distinction. This is not the first time the West Indies has said to somebody that you're not qualified to coach. We had the problem with Andy Roberts. I'm not sure if we had the problem with Gordon Greenidge, because remember Greenidge is the man who take Bangladesh to ODI status, and he get fired because he said he wasn't ready for test yet. Right? So that he is the man who deal with Bangladesh cricket. Right?
Yeah.
So that, but of course the West Indies, we saying here's what. We want people who qualified, so we taking people with a set of paper. So a man may not have even played any first class cricket, but he went and get some paper, and all of a sudden he telling a man how to bat. And we West Indians go stand for that.
And I mean, it's not the terriblest idea. I cannot knock your idea at all, because I like the idea of having somebody like a Bravo around. So it's not the terriblest idea. And in terms of getting coach, getting the badges, it's not hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. So it's not a lot that they have to learn. As I said, it's just a way of showing that they have the paper. Because getting a level 3 coach, we have people coaching at the high school level in Jamaica with level 2 coach certificate, and it's not hard to get a level 3. You understand? So it's not a lot of work. It's not something where they have to go to university and study for. So as you are saying, people can do it without it, but I guess that is part of what the West Indies want. The CWI people want. But I hear you. I hear you though, Sheldon. So finally, before we rush out of here, in terms of the Bravo situation, what are your thoughts? They said that they are what I did a video the other day. Desmond Haynes said that he called Bravo and congratulated him and tell him that continue putting in the work. But he went on to say in the interview that they have to make sure that guys are committed and guys really they understand that guys really want to commit before they bring them in. He didn't necessarily call Bravo's name, but that line of argument followed shortly after they mentioned Bravo. Is it a case of Bravo probably knowing that he's not highly sought after where franchise cricket is concerned, so he's working to get back to really play cricket for West Indies? Is that the case, or Bravo is just what is going on there?
No, remember, even when Bravo was at the heights of his power, Bravo had an IPL contract and left the IPL contract to come to train to play Test cricket for West Indies. And the sad thing about it is that that is the same time when he and the board president follow. And Dwayne had told him, Darren, do not do that. Fulfill your IPL contract. Because that is where you got to live by. Right? So
maybe he thought that, you know, he wasn't out there as yet in terms of probably, you know, being a
no.
I mean if he's in the IPL, then it means he saw it after, but probably he thought that, you know, he wanted to go the way of Test cricket, but things change over the years. So I'm just wondering now, if seeing that he's not highly sought after now, if he's trying to reroute his career back towards Test cricket.
He was always a Test cricketer and an ODI cricketer. Now, Haynes would like to see him score probably another century in the sixth innings. If he need to score 1 century and 350s in the sixth innings, or at least 2 more centuries. He had to score 11 runs. So that it means to say that he had to score at least 500, like 550 runs, that sort of thing, to even be considered.
Yeah. No, man, we're talking no, not you, Sheldon. Casanova, we're talking about Darren here. Yeah. Yeah, man, we know Bravo is the creator of T20 cricket, basically. Bravo and Gale. Yeah, so I hear you. So he has 2 centuries so far, right? He has 2 centuries, and I think he has what? He has 2 centuries and a 40.
You see, Bravo kind of in the position. Well, not even Bravo. He ends in the position that he has to justify the selection of Bravo. Right? He has to justify the selection of Bravo. Now, he would like to select Bravo based on his ability and so on. But he has to justify it. And the only way he could justify it is if Bravo have an overwhelming number of runs. If a man score 4 centuries in 6 games in the 4-day competition, there's no way you could fault the selector for giving him a chance.
I agree. The only way to justify a man in their 30s who has been out of cricket for a while, Test cricket, is for him to score a lot of runs in red ball cricket. While he will get away with doing that with some youngsters, a man that hasn't played Test cricket for a while, the only way you can justify selecting him is if the man scores some runs.
We don't really have any youngsters, you know. All of them fellas old, you know. Because Tage and them who now come to the side, them is 26, 27 years old and thing already, you know.
Yeah, I mean
Holder them is like 31 already, you know.
Who?
Holder is about 30, 31.
Yeah, man, those guys are up there. I'm just saying, the only way to justify selecting somebody in their mid-30s, that hasn't played for a while, that person must be scoring a lot of runs.
And you have to remember, Rohit get the India captain at 36 years old.
Yeah, but Rohit playing cricket right through it and was in form, and they had somebody captaining that. It's not like they were worried about captaincy. Rohit is in the team, and they say, all right, probably Rohit can captain the team for the next 2-3 years based on based on how he's playing. So, not saying that Bravo can come back and do some work, you know. But I'm just saying, you know. But I hear you on the Bravo story still, Sheldon. Thanks for talking with us as per usual. You guys know how it go on Sunday now. We know the 1 hour show is really short, but you know how it go, juggling work on YouTube and all of that. So Sheldon being insightful as usual. What's going on with the 4-day regional championship? I'm not too sure why it's on such a long pause.
Remember, they had to pause it because Carnival is going on in Trinidad right now.
Oh.
And remember, the next 3 rounds is in Trinidad.
Yes.
They can't play it during the our Carnival season. So they had to pause it, and then they go come back
And
Carnival, this weekend is Carnival weekend, right? So Carnival finishing Tuesday. So they could start back probably next week. That's why they're starting back next week.
all right, I hear you, Sheldon.
What about Casey Cathy?
Oh, what about Casey Cardi?
He scored 95 in the 4-day competition.
Mm-hmm.
We having a problem with him now. Blackwood didn't score no runs. If Blackwood didn't score no runs against South Africa and Cathy scoring runs in the 4-day, if we drop Blackwood and we drop him from the test squad fully, we're going to need to find somebody as 4-day as the vice captain. But Cathy scoring runs in the 4-day competition right now. But problem for Cathy is Blackwood there anyway. And right now, Arthanes is going to probably making his debut because I don't think they're going to play Chase over Arthanes. Arthanes, although Chase is scoring runs, they're going to want him and Chase. They're going to want Arthanes and Chase to probably play in the same match. But the problem is they're going to drop a Jason Holder or a Kyle Mayers.
Yeah.
Holder
I
is
mean,
scoring runs or taking wickets. Holder had to retire from tests right now. We test him there at our balance. He did all the repairing work with his bowling and his batting. But it's time for somebody younger to fill up the boots. Mayers is 30. Although Mayers is more experienced than Arthanes. Arthanes had to fill up Holder boots now.
but Arthanes and Jason Holder is not the same type of player, Jaden.
But Holder.
Arthanes is making the team as a specialist batsman who can bowl spin.
Spin pace.
And probably little pace. No man, it's two different players, totally two different players. But I hear you though, in terms of Casey Carty, I think the toss-up was between Casey Carty, Alec Arthanes, and I mean if Martin Nandu got some more runs, but I guess Arthanes was ahead there. So Casey Carty, I am assuming is still there. Is still in the back of the mind of the selectors. So we're just gonna keep a close eye on it to see how things work out. Tomorrow we have the beginning of the practice game, I think. So we're definitely going to see if I can follow the scores and give you guys updates throughout the day as I go throughout work. So just make sure for you guys that are on, if your post notification bell is not on, make sure you turn it on. So once I give an update, you can see that I would have dropped an update as relates to what the players are doing. We had Jaden and Mr. Lover and Sheldon on today. I really appreciate you guys as per usual coming on and sharing your views. For all the guys that were in the comment section, once again, I really appreciate you guys. I mean, it's not the 3.5 hour live that we're used to, but we still keep it going every Sunday and we still keep the videos coming. So just continue to support the channel, guys. Make sure that when you watch, you like the videos. Make sure you share the videos as we continue to build the platform. The platform is here to stay now. It's not going anywhere. We might not have the long programs anymore, but the platform is here to stay. So just continue to like and watch and share. And just know that I appreciate all of the support that is coming coming forward to the channel. Blessings, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the Sunday. And I am signing out now. Big up on yourself.